I'm two. I'm two. Lama Sonam's one. Um, yeah. Uh, can you? I don't know where this buzz is coming from, but it's not awesome. It's is that my mic or which mic is that? Hey, turn the room mic off. Turn the room mic off on the aux mix. Okay. Um, mute. Yeah, just mute all the channels but 1, 2, and wireless, I guess. And if you're gonna ask questions, you need to go get the wireless mic from behind Dudjom Rinpoche's throne. Um, yeah, I don't know. How does it sound? How does it look? How many bars are lighting up on the submixer? Why is it cutting out? Okay, okay. Look on the submixer. How many bars are showing there? Okay.
Tamsen tambo tene katin che sata ngondo tende singa phaba naman tsoma.
So first I want to say thank you to everyone for joining us for this Ngondro teaching.
Tene kazanda long ngondo jedi nicha long pugin satare kazan tende shugandos.
So recently there have been people asking me to give the concise Ngondro and the extensive Ngondro lungs, the oral reading transmissions. So first I'm going to offer these reading transmissions.
Tene ngondo tambo ngondo jeba pugin sasata ngondo.
So first I'm going to offer the lung for the extensive Ngondro practice that we call the Sater Ngondro, or the Earth Treasure Ngondro preliminary practice.
Tegan gondela tene de manza tep tarte chene pugin setentela tim gola yantene lama dorje sambala topa tene sanjesh panda tsaga lama so tapa tene lama jambo tendendo setente tartama shugins.
I'm going to give the lung according to how the practice is arranged in our practice book here. So first is the praise to Lama Vajrasattva, and then the supplication prayer to the glorious, precious root Lama that starts off, the one verse that starts off with Padan Sawai Lama Rinpoche. And then there's the calling the Lama from afar supplication prayer, and then the Ngondro practice. So I'm going to give the lungs for these prayers in the order they are in this book.
Lama Sonam Tsering Rinpoche Lama Sonam Lama Tola Chansa Pandesa Lama Rinpoche Dake Chivara Pementencho Katin Chenpo Gune Jesonde Kosontu Jengoto Tsada So Lama Jambu Jesonde Nyume Tolu Shichawa Wandana Manje Tute Jishilo Kata Tensa Shana Pongura Shopa Chuka Lama Ishi Doje Tenchino Tawe Tenchen Topa Chinjarang Loshi Rangshi Manga Sungju Saji Tsumbo Landang Evanga Tenro Vara Shopa Longo Lama Tenchen Doje Tenchino Gombe Tsachen Zopa Chinjarang Loshi Tuje Chalong Tawa Taruji Che Kunjaw Riton Zimbe Ngawara Shopa Chuka Lama Tanda Limba Tenchino Chupin Bochen Chumbra Chinjarang Lobjarang Rita Meshila Ponjana Mendo Kansha Chuka Tsala Sangana Menda Tati Chipa Sanjang Sumdo Dope Kuyang Lode Lama Nyuane Nyecho Nyume Samde Lame Rangshinta Toksan Zin Sende Chime Duyane Mako Machara Paramba Kayan Telepe Teme Kansha Rangro Chila Te Topche Chibi Chiji Sanjin Drupdane Menda Ichi Loje Gomdele Cheche Dada Tanan Zanda Chabande Meji Nyamba Chija Chinyang Ola Mezente Chida Kanda Chijang Gao Zo Chinjin Nanja Sadan Chocha Chida Penchonge Punja Golan Tanda Menta Tershin Chalama Cholan Tanda Menta Kandro Yenyinte Monche Nyinga Mumbara Mato Sana Osani Matrivan Koryata Chave Kasanta Go Pachela Maye Kote Telan Kanda Menta Lama Rantin Shepa Ranki Durje Lobe Tuva Tuva Kunjime Chen Nurvutan Tamchen Drupe De Songke Ngoranchi Taishi Dorje Achotam De Mepage Samsang Kandro Nyinteke Ngondo Ngando Sunju Lamji Shinda Shechawa Choso Om So De Ramchan Jagan Chenzen Nipe So Rije Chapta Chenchen Kolongkong Lama Sanje Peme Sha Chewo Jende Nyeno Chinje Lo Sonjo Kuche Kosar Denyo Te Trewe Lamsa Sate Ngondro Te Nam Sanje Te Shinden Den Chinji Kan Paraden Nam Trewe Tere Shu Shi Te Yang Kan Shi Salam Ji Kawatan Denji Sende Sonjo Kuche Kumbang Wanda Che Parante Bengi Len Tro Sepa Nam Thoma Nyin Lam den kong na la nen da da zambara che te te tsala nyi yu ne rong da che ban tomo che ngon ro rimi nan jere che ta gu je ngon ro tang bon dewe ten lang ko de lu ne sang boro sang tu sum je long ro sa shiwa na da pap de rang bam ji sam den lang lo yong su cha pe za we lama san je kun de je da nye chen po che se tem yin ngombra ko de rante nam kan che tele lo ren che sen de pe man yin de ka ren so me sa la ma ne nam ba o jen so je do je chang ten sa do je chen se long ko che ro de jin de nyam bra je jen zui sha se te we ko ren chen je kun de we ngo re shu she la ma sa la ta la mu gu dong shu ta bo Lama la sawanda sa lama kunjab tsuji kula sawanda mara mamba sawa chinjala lama la sawanda sa lama longchu zoga kula sawanda wasa konen chabari chinjala lama la sawanda sa lama tuje tuwe kula sawanda tokwa namgada nyambara chinjala lama la sawanda sa lama sanje rinpoche la sawanda tanyi linjen trabara chinjala she sawa thada ta la mugu to che la me tu ji gu jive me se deve ka ta che rang ke che wara chen te chang sem ti e shi jata chi lo wang ke we to re ti nyang chen po chen la ju che je chen sa la ri pan zi me je ngang tu ta che nyam bra sha guan ti ne ten tam chi jung wan tu che te par che she chen chi lam ni tun che pe go ba yu to ni ba la ni Tamo lo to nam chi ji ji sing sa jang wa tang temen sang lang teng en sang wan da pa wa tang pa nan da da tan che ji mi li ni shen de nye par ka sing nye pan de am ta pa nye de che we wang de kyu ru shen ne chang chang me de men ra wa ra len pa che ki je san rang den khor wa de che pan khor wa kang de che chang dong a khu na le man de pe 다른 걸어와동의 지정서 첨본데 레치네 장 타워라시 차티 제도 담배 천 남브라 타바시 다다니네 드브란 지와 냠바탄 테더르 드네 바나마 건저름 보이지 첸첸 냠베 테바탄 엔종 게 쇼타데 제데 나모트 숨제데 제스 탐지지 제스 젠제네 다녀바 땡지 제제 젠젤라마지 문화재된 콜로저 소완다 살라마 rumbache 진절로저 가는 소면제 단전되는 신대니 바가 밀레던데 님발람바체 소완다 살라마 rumbache 진절로저 가는 소면제 천대노 밀는가 잠다 조니는 담바체 소완다 살라마 rumbache 진절로저 가는 소면제 감성과 동아로실라 차진토 때는 저바체 소완다 살라마 rumbache 진절로제 가든 소매 제 게들레 전남에 로아메 런던에 캐전스데 소한다서 라마롬보제 진절로제 가든 소매 제 세바남 제테이나 텐쟁아드 지레제도 니발랑 알레 탕보 터벨람 제텐제 잡선도와는 토마르 저여사다라는 제답이 신간용게 테메온다나 거제서 대른제 배단다 제대 야강한테 이제 선르데 산계공원만 통전자 나서 시즌은 베체제 쳔베바마 자zel론데 조금바다도 년건제 가발론데 말랑왕게 칸르테제도 던제제 렌제제 벨라마말레바 예름 전도 도도제 제제베나 양가랍제데 예제전데 차제자와네 간선칭 산제 동도서 제데제제 소지고 잠당만 타면제벨로 론다 던제 선란레만서 알레간레런데 냠바도 연데 스마니베 세제라 파바네된 전부 주로서 장선이는 근데 소지건 돈도 지천은 영라 주대 지르인담 천저도 나선파 간 소지 거로 체라 반전 거에 탐제도 저선 던져 선만절은서 말레트모도 바천데 근장 천전에 이시경 거로 돈은 두베트는 전 다선도 근데 투제 제목인데 저 버저 세사탄네 Tadaki Changra Daso Simchin Tamjin Rinchi Gosum Kuwa Chimbo Lo Telin Gyuji Gone Chanchu Nyumbo Parate Japsun Ruben Dumbe Namo Dada Pama Kanyandro Chise Chanchi Nyumbo Chijipa Lama Kancha Sula Japsa Che Kachamanda Tsewe Jesu Son Shi Chini Su Chao Niba Tikchen Lamji Nyumbo Chanchu Choda Simche Pane Chewe Nam Pamborok so te kanjan rogun da ke pamante de wa de jang ba che ro thamen ko wa jam nyin re che tanan da ke chen ra wa che de je me sam shi jen sam nan ja tar chen bar je she mon jo ke sim je san de pe ngom bo su den jo da la go chen men jen ro da tan jen chan che son pa jen ro la la to nyin len je re pa to cho che che ta re ba je chen da chen nyam je lo jong ta de to ton le me pa cha Tunje taraja nana chila dhutujang kasa sa namba pame chan tashin lanta kusan tujan kechi uchi nana tenjang kunarim chi tsuwan tu tsuwan mime chen lonto chi de nyambara chako sambangan je dhutujang wadro sim gomde ne rangi chi ura tsawe lama dhuche samba yamye je nambrang sumta shopara sala ngar che je dhupala nongjo chapo che chen chen che Sola Pajan Mijian Be Tamcha Dan Toke Ngang Len Jang We Chansam Duzi Junje Rangi Diri Nidon Tamche Lame Tu Jarwa Samla Samde Topchi Netan Dembe Rangi Chewar Pema Da Den La Lama Duja Samba Che Jinzo Shinzan Tsembe Langzo Chanda Bayan Topchi Duja Tuwanzi Longo Chezo Jimo Chungdo Shio Pandi Nyama Chudun Tsembe Jo Tokan Daji Hondang Ngang Chilen Chansi Duzi Jimo Chansi Jo Daga Tsawan Nejo Lukunga Nyamcha dena malakun chancha ombenza sada samaya manapalaya ombenza satina tita tita mepa sada kya mepa Saboka mepa anarada mepa sasiti mepa yatsa sakama sada me tsita chiran kuru honga ha 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 o bangawan Sawata tanga tamba tama menambenzarpa ma samaya sado Shichini sendebe dizi junje lichi nanka kartemji kangni Diti nyamcha tamche ta lisam sami je deve kyabara samla chitar dipchon dan tharamugu chakpu gomba dana mesha mungbayi tamche lanang kachinya lamang gomba chamsu che tsawato jinsu mache tuji jimbo dani jindro tsala da jabchi kusong to tsawata inlaka tamche nyamcha tamche tolo shaso diri nyatan chime tsawa tamche chen tabaranze to so shes So tabe doje samba jeshin zumba dan chiwe riki puji je diri nye tang tam je chin thakpa ina she ke nawa tsawa mu diri kunda she kunda weche la yang ka namba me che she dana tanda dosum kuru che nasi tamba rang chen rawa tang banza sa tang banza dan she chivra dora san rang la tenpe rang yang durje sempe kuru che pa mu te nang ra to san langa chini je rawa ta chen yang nin da wa nang dara dip chang Antaranto langa chi traba sa tu de de janja junji je tongso de ne ta chen riton tenji dorje sembe rang cha ta wan sangwan tar dipchon lana me pa Shivan tenji je so sa men ram bo wan so shen ja ye ta sa ta be cheng rang sum ngun shan be men ra be chen ne chedara 동선 지민지 신금 저와 타제 거바 농다 랑레 풍금 젠제 숨롱제 게자단 제와 성화 천여 사도 제님부 신금 흔도 거단 틀레 넘바 체메 베랑신 친인 섬지 메자 넘바 탐제 베 추지 부엔든 바다 제오모 동선 미지 거반 타예 바다 랑제 선음 게자 제인자 거반 제님만다 총리 조정 군조 섬람부 시 진능서 폰다라 초진 다신 심진라 템베 총리 용조 조버라 삼모 나와 람지 타라도 진라라면 저는 토마라 왕된 사다반 마호 라나남다 던여메젠 데젠페마제 통제라닌 선저 가장만에 마사 첨바람제 전도전 나서 다다라나 레베제 페니 바나다나 도도제 림베제 땡제 남가 선 땡제 남가 저 테벨나 마자 페만년 땡땡데 라멘고 페만 존네고 가만단데 세제 bomba chanza zem바라제 치마저 피체 상스고 살람 사브레소 차에 도제 엠베 테바나 심녀도 자세 Shamnirata Karam Chendo Ten Nongse Senang Konde Yonjeda Kuyaranji Sanji Shingacha Shingang Rangcha Kuyanzo Chakundu Dani Chemboro Choche Tamanji Shiva Ranga Sandro Asatamne Hongayole Sanda Parise De Chimpema Jishane Jizilama Jentu Kurinza Pakano Sanda Jinda Chinjala Chisha Oma Hom Bedanguru Pemantana Zamben Samayanza Sede Pala Honga Xie Qin Lan Wang Qin Wang Jing Xie Qin Wang Jing Tam Ye Yin Me De Xiu Par Mu Cao Sa Pe Le Do Ma Jian Ning Kun Do Jian La Ma La Gu Sun Zhe Ji Gu Chang Za La Lu Dang Lung Ji De Me Chen Chen Pe De Na Dang Zi Nyam Ji To Yi Xia Sa Ji Sa Me Ge Le Ji Ran Nyam Bo De Chung Go Go Wa Go Da Ma Nyam La Me Da Xiu San De Ge Wa De Na Ge Wa Za Gong Zhen Na La Me Chang Zu To Jing Wo Che Pe Sakjang Pela Sumje Ne Du Pe Yin La Dun Pa Cha Te Yang Rang Ji La Chin Lan Zhou Pa Ne Mu Gu Je Ten Zhe Kong Na La Ra Le Pe Rang Ge Zhe La Ma Ti Ni Jiab Gun De Be Chi Su Yin Den Je Ngan Na San Ji Gu Na Nyam Je Ka Rin Je Ngan Na San Je Le Jiang Chi Che La Par Ta Chi Pe Ngi Shi Je De Lo De Re To Lin Ju Ri Je Go Ne Jeho Tusum Sanje Tamji Je Chiba Lama Rinpoche Thongwa Mara Maba Tse Tawe Tato Tawa Je Tenpa Kunji Toba Po Rabi Chilang Ngore Te Katin Samla Jilende Yente Namka Tata Nyo Sume Tuji Chapo Ye Sawan Taso Tuji Gong Dalo Njo Gaza Che Chaji Meba Chilang Po Nda Na Tsara Tamje Janda Chi Mangona Po Tenjong Gombo Chilang Me Lonya Chansu Linga Kaya Chido Linya Tamje Tan Tama Kota Lama Chi Dana Tsara Tamane Marantra Wanjata Kamsa Ko Tsangata Samantanga Simjita Nyamda Songo Ko Masa Nyini Jesa Lama Po Dede Tonga Lena Tsanawe Dede Jile Chembe Nyata Chua Chan Dere Kangana Chunga Jile Chobasa Sawanta Salama Che Tuja Sanche Karin Che Chinlo Jen Tuje Jesa San Chiba Chalona Chila Jeta Sawa Wancha Ko Antata Sawa Tuja Tawanta Koche to banze to so gongje chilan da la po mara mamba chong chen song chen chwe chong ro chen si chung mon je chen che se len de chen bo song ri chen na pen pe gun ja le chen bo un chen ze je sa wa pu zu so tan yang yang da pa ne che son de je so de zhe ba o te ne la me ne sum o ma hong kar ma ting sum o par we chen ba ti xin xie pa tham ji je dor je sum je da ni de xiao para mo la te le ja ser Tele Kutan Yindu Changzen Je Namba Chang Me Je Nisir Je Dudan Jawa Rang La Tenpa Wang Jing Ocho Mali Pa Ta Para Sang La Kap Su Chino Ngaya Sangda Pari Po Nang Ju Ojin Pa Wa Khandro Tsompu Tata Tham Je Nga Je Rang Ta Sim Je Ndu Simji Chondo Rangzho Osato Chebe Ngang Oman Bezang Grupe Masidang Che Sanga Ji Nyingbo Ndu Jinyi Pa Nyi Tse Che De Nyen Lang Tara Wang Che Lang Wa Su Su Ming Ne Tang Ja De Lame Chor Om Le Ose Karbo Kanda Che Pa Ta Cho Rang Che Wa Tumbe Li Tsai Driba Chang Ko Pembe Wang Ta Le Do Che Kurwa Chinji La Tuku Kumbang Kawa Je La Chan Dembe An Le Osa Ma Wa Lo Che Chu Pa Ta Chang Rang Gen Demba Tum Nga Long Ge Driba Chang Song Sang An Ta Nga Do Che Sung Kurwa Chinji La Long Ko Kumbang Kawa Je La Cha Thuke An Le Osa Tana Tembo Te Pa Ta Ra Chang Rang Ge Nyingar Tembe Yi Te Le Driba Chang Thu Che Ra Vi Che Je Wang To Yi Do Che Tu Che Ra Chinji La Chuku Kumbang Ke Kawa Je La Cha Lariyan Lamento Nambramento Bengo Tila Kadanga Dandamba Che Ranga Nyinga Tembe Dunyam Pachatam Sangji Ta Tsawang Rinpoche Top Jawa Tam Jiji Yenten Dan Trilin Meseba Genji Kolo Yongso Zopa Chinje La Ngo Nyiko Kombange Kawa Jela Shanko She Wang She Lang Den Dene Nang Nyimbe Tsuji Dripa Ngang Lang Wang Dan Che Pa Lariyan Mugu Ji Shu Je La Chabda Kuji Wang Ju Chenze Tu Je Den Chen Chenpe Yi Jin Dong Se Nyame Chen Chen Gur Nina Sawa Da So Ke Chen Trawa Me Pa Je So Chin Je Lam Ne Nyi Dan Yin Men Zu Je Je Sawa Ta Pe Lama Dewa Chenpo Nguwa Shiwa Ngu Kong Tsong Kangwa Chi Tu Je Da Rang Nyi Se Tempe Lame To Rang Rang Se Yin Men Tu Churwa Sam Chin Lando Sarito Nyume Shilo Lama Chuku Rangsha Tawe Ngandu Chine Se Nyambra Chate Dana Sangwa Lechur Ji Tsudo Tume Tunje Lama Drupa O Jintin Le Dangwar Zambana Larayan Andra Tosan Lame Sangwa Suntu Lamji Separatala Pandita Lama Rinpoche Dagachu Pema Denjala Kanti Chimbo Gondi Chesante Kosuntu Yungaru Chantaso Pandalame Number Tala Kachatan Lata Mejechi Chinzile Batuma Mukaji Lame Chila Sunan Chubasho Kyo Kondo Yanda Lama Denzu Tusu Sabe Gwana Randa Chate Time Mako 타이 순저선은 마녀와 남의 전주도비 지롱고 서로 군도르다 남의 시한테 정콜로지는 문로 무글럼지 두이젠데 돈일린저드 베타시 저 쟁어모다 시바제 베삼제데 절람난 저거 튼zam남서 사동게 부드지랑신당 그 사제진난사 삼라지워 남한부와 초르게 나와 강철 타마지 도베제스 문로한 상하이 시제랑 링당장 Numunya Osa Sempe Sawata Jecho Lama Sangone Jurangen Nipiman Davji Nambra Nebe Nangda Chana Tiye Lukun Kangwa Samtete Osa Riton Jemba Timba Mal Timla Mamukpa Nanda Nam To Shinje Paramachapa Nida Logo Kade Sanan Chogu Janjam So Samchikin Choche Te Osa Lakin Nanda Jambe Nino Salatu Nam Simper Jurala Larayaram Tora Danvetse Lama Ume Lam Jichu Dunkar Jachin de Shoparamo Paso Naratemba Shenyamsu Lama Shenya Chive Tila Papsa Osa Yinrisete Nyambran Chopan Pove Chayin Betamata Pardo Keso Sumjen Nanjur Jese Tembe Anjurvate Namba Kunde Timu Tan Tamsi Shinda Tabe Gone Sonyin Sungre Ji Nanjur Kunde Pewala Zumbra Chao Tatara Kongke Loda Namshi Sajun Ke Rimba Nam Soso La Nyamji Nyungwa Tantun Je Pardon Bechen Kebra Lamen Nanjun Dorje Tebe Lamji Samnen Tomo Mayemba Konarang Yebe Chiren Dinye Tang Uchi Nyamnenji Toda Kanjin Din Uchi Nyamnenji Sokta Sonde Zamba Tabo Nyamsan Langwa Le Jezo Shinji Nyamnen La Temiko Pangaya Pema Uchi Shinto Oyonde Rinzin Shi Dripa Minto Tabo Kumsan Ishi Lame Salari Banjur Anye Bao Kanji Sipe Mewa Sadong Le Nambra Taranda Leden Kanji Ba Lamcho Jambe Wangbon De Tene Chancho Tse Nambo Tsowaran Jo Le Jinto Len Kanjava Jendo Kan Sabchun De Ye De Janyi Jun Pema Wajen Zive Tongje De Chime Toba Kawa Nyundu Sho Je Tersa Samsang Kandro Nyingde Ki Lazo Tuk Sum Ji Chide Ngondro Ngando Songcho Lamji Shinda Shechawande Ne Ngara Kope Tidevinde Nye Chong Sawara Ten Laraya Chong Musawa Ten Laraya Dongam Deve Ngangtrin De Tare Jiben Dumbe To Nyechar Kongyo Lin Re Sanga Chozon Tuve Konjime Chin Urbu Tamchen Tuve De Lam Diren Juba Tangbo Lechen Namla Memba Chembu Gurun Jirwa Ngeba Chi Jang Dupra Chi Shi Chi Yigel Lam Ne Tangwen Songke Jiso Ko Waran Zepa La Tene Rinzin Chi Nyugun Chitra Yi She Doche Rangla Sumche Tsa Shi Samba Wangcho Ke Lo Tumdo Nyawe Checho Chi Tse Chu Nyi Nyewendowa Kepra Chenje Te Sangla Lapan Chenpo Chenje Lape Tune Chi Jabo Tangsang Singa Samdru Je Ke Sangdo Lebar Jawarate Dejan Salam Je Tene Chandara Kyabjan Tapa Tan Re Tsen Soje Lame Shabchong Tu Jebe Kawa Sangpo Chendo Jo Sarva Mangala Now Janeta Mundudiva Tinse
So
Anjeva Sarsons.
now we've completed the lung for the extensive Ngondro practice, and now is the concise Ngondro practice. And for this also, there's a few things before the actual Ngondro practice.
Tomba Lama Sonam Rinpoche, Japa Lama Tamche Rinpoche, and Tomba Lama Kendo Rinpoche, Chanan Kancho Sona Chopambu. Tapke Tuji Shajire Soto, Shinji Mundo Diji Ponjamba, Sarjin Lamboto, Jibiku, Shajijo Chala Chopambu. Lama Jambo Nini, Tepen Tapton, Kasare Chepe, Chena, Tate Chinje, Love Chen, Reme, Jebora Shupe. Chapda hero kapan chita ishi dorje kanchu jakun owa nyine ngeba nyepe sume tongwe shuji tseche sawante na wanchi ngutu tse daji mendo tseche hachan lama tene jambu to pejan rongsen nyumante le lama lokso manye sawante pche yota debe kembo men asawante nyonglu chen tsenzo chime cheche salang osong me pa tongra rito chembande ka tenje lama ishi dorje ngochi Yang Chambo Ramada Mechila, Janambo Jamagonda, Netsa Jamongol, Deo Churches. True Mayamanda Yang and the Wata Janyam de Lonchambo Kanja Chuguzala, Tessa Tavachilla, Nanjanila Chunde Onzarache, or Shepa, Ranila, Umbra Mobile, give them. The children, Jambuji, Sundan, the Tawishu, Gushe, Yanko, Yila Chapeta, nature. Yendo Tibe Kurumboche, Sungesa Tapala, Tenenjita, Shidochi, Shamaratiwa Ge. Tangbo Joran Dudjom Tersar Ngondro Program Tambo Jorwa Lodo Namshin Ngondro Namolume Tenjin Gompa Lama Chen Tanjun Dene Chende Nyepoka Chezemenda Chewe Chujin Gedele Jinjin Relawame Kamsong Korwa Dunga Jansonga Tena Dalo Chelanjirwa Sho Chele Kaman Jola Lo Chang Nyepang Ndong La Tambo Chapsen Rowane Dinje Namkara Chaye Chosun Kunde Jengo Tsavelamani Guru Rinpoche Namba Ngosumde Chuparmula Teson Chanchi Nyimbo Chije Paralama Concho Sula Chapsuchi Shi Chatan Tate Chini Sujo Nipa Simchepane Chavyo Pangpo Sote Tane Sondan Korwa Matongwa Majo Simche Kunje Pende Tuvechi Chanchu Ki Simla Lo Chango Samba Tsasa Menrambawa Ne Tsombo Ngose Shamba Pensone Sarab Kunjilita Longjapa Sonyi Zojo Kunzo Sanam Puishi Mendra Kama Puishiwa Dudjom Tersar Ngondro Ranyi Tamado Nebengane Chiwalama Dosu Yeme Pe Kule Dutse Jimba Dudjom Chi Shi Dutsin Bebjom Ke Mupatan Chi Yija Ombeza Sato Samaya Manapalaya Beza Sato Tinawa Tita Dudu Mepawa Sudojo Mepawa Suboko Mepawa Narada Mepawa Suaside Mepariata Sawakrama Sutame Setang Shiriyam Kuru Hong Ha Ho Bangawana Sawa Tatanganam Bazar Movement Bandarba Ma Samaya Sado Om Banza Sado Che Yitu Chine Sende Tara Oje Dana Tante Roche Che Darsan Rangla Dede Nyambrasha Awa Chila Nyun Tunju Parlament Jane Ranyi Doje Nanjan Dungara Tsawe Lama Pime Kurshin Che Tusun Sanya Malindi Veku Tsawe Lama Chala Sawante Deje Pato Sundu Tuje Son Tusun Genje Meba Chingelo Oma Ho Bedangura Pema Sede On She Jaton Sa Kamandela Kusung Tuje Wanjin Yonzo To Bedangura Kaya Waka Tsida Sede Hon She Wangche Lantara Lama Ujarante Yemenga Rito Tuje Lama Ranchata She Lama Rangla Dede Nyambrasha Trupa Pova Nengombo Bamela Swande Salam Pova Jomar Chingelo She Len Kama Jola Poven Dumbacha Dimba Lijin Gengone Tanele Tanonje Gezache Majendela Pava Mebatan Rodalamchi Kemendo Parasho Cheso Malam Nintendo Daposhe Tersar Ngondro Ngondro Jeba Mishi Shimicho Perila Pinchi Ngondro Ngondro Diban Di Nedon Kode Sande Sache Samdun Jira Ishido Cheso Kalo Choson Rinla Chen Zalin Sasun Chapa Pendo Ji Choson Nawanta Mendra Tesan Gele Shon Sidin Sande Santa
No,
Mandra Sarans
no, Ngondro Lung is finished, and now I'm going to offer the Lung for the 7-line prayer to Guru Rinpoche.
Lama Sonam Tsering Rinpoche Tsidin Sanden Tadang Lala Chanzala Chira Kandari Jipu Jendala Chapsana Embe Nasarandon Meda Jawa Javadang Kurva Simba Rabde Chelanyan Chansang Ala Te Shian Japjure San Ojendala Zobrasam Jidure Te Chichin Chide Menzang Juso Pong Lunga Yisum Kubayi Tsidin De Sovato 홍어제 제는 전선 빼마 가서 동발아 연대 청강으로니 빼만 주니 채소자 건도칸도 먹고 제제제서다 진질로제 채소서 거로 빼마 세대용 제양양서와 탈란 듬바 차제 치마춘 대배 감대 정세나 하게 탈라 살레르죠 상에 예레 마얀탄 드더서완 대배 뽕에 접어 무지고 Tasam Javi Sese Jo Wangjian Rangre Samlata Tenzin Tute Shiji Chilam Rangju Chenboi Rame Chenjo Dung Al Sile Rangyin Jose Chenanam Tunyam Joje Chenendro Yanden Tamje Ranglazo Danyi Chenboku Chuji Kuru Minchen Drove Tapjende Tuji Sedan Treborja Chepra Chinlap Ji Drupa Tsidime Sande Shindu Sabje Tuji Yandra Samvara Damba Shira London Ninja Chijawanja Dedan Trevor so that's our song, and that's so
That was the 7-line prayer, and now is the Lung for Tsokang Dechen Tsok offering prayer.
Sogan de Kando Kande Peme Jimashi Jawa so Sogan de Pema Ninja de Babu Tamji de Minja de Tembo Kando de Jamaso Todan de Jinsoka Rigan Chanda Major Nanda Todangando Kundi Ninja de Genesis Todangan Condesan Pema Kan Todanga Jingo Chetsaja Todanga Kandru Jindaga Bono Kando Todanga Tomatan Tamje Choson Todanga Dojetawe Tamzedang Gavanyamja Chichicha Chinasa Pajake Pamyo Sasondong Chodo Tomong Undogan Sendeve Tenanze Jepang Kande Kung Doji Kung Jane Pewa Geo Jimelin Jilin Namtarle Koto Chama Songuru Choso Lemon Tenda Posam Janchinke Tende Jagari Chichin Maja Chunaya Peja Majin Dogur Tambi Chinjala Jenda Chambanganza Tarvela Nachi Senya Sunam Chiji Jama Chindala Pen Lama Shilon Saji Kujoki Sonya Yagi Tisi Pumaling Balanyama Yasan Namda Sawe Tendela Yajan Tende Lemon Tembe Dorje Pundanganza Lama Chive Chirala Peda Mendo Tisi Tongwe Gadun Jengana Nyamga Lurilembe Chichi Yato Deja Punja Mebe Chutaji Lada Lame Share Magoyanje Chamadan Kandro Ninte Osaji Telen Jali Chukudu Muduchi Sho Sola Ho Satadan Tawa Ishijira Manga Menjundu Tawa Sunjake Koba Jungur Kunji Chandan Soji Zido Jachinan Chukudoba Chinji Chepoche Chiro Niya Turu Jindawa Nando Ranju Dachilu Jilasa Same Dechin Dechi Langso Nyoba Mechina Tiyan Jindogar Chichidan Tende Limon Teves Sejamji Tsana Dechin Longjo Soji Gadana Rochin Ome Pema Vijay Poranga Sara Sambachinadu Manam Chisho Chepan Kunjara Tenji Nguranjane So Sunamdi Tamji Sabani Tamnani Vedana Pamjishi Jagana Chebalon Trubai Sipe Salandro Andro Shows That long Puzan
So now I've finished offering the lungs.
Tenenta Tane Ngondro Rita Mashi Ngondro Corpe Mango Tema Mambo Shizare Tenenta Tendason Samaga Chitang.
So today, the topic of today's teaching is Ngondro, the preliminary practices, and you've all already heard a lot of teachings about Ngondro.
Ngondro Sangata Message Saporendo.
Ngondro is a really profound, very deep Dharma practice.
Tenda sonza tena ngondro rangi jede kare sakya na te tepe soso tena sabje na kare songla na jinti tena pe tere rangi jila nyamnyong tongpa che tena chingu go sare se.
So, whatever Ngondro practice we're accumulating, whether it's the concise or extensive Ngondro practice, we have to practice each of the sections of the practice and gain experience for ourselves with each part of the practice.
Tena slabar do jiwa tena di ngondro nama tambo. Ngondro mato kona tena nyingi tepe se tena lama jambu yore se lama la soa.
And then with the concise Ngondro practice in particular, before the Ngondro practice itself, we recite the prayer of calling a lama from afar that starts off with the words Nyingu Depe.
Tene di maya korang ngondro korang shamung ke nangla namu ume tenjung gomba lama chense yore se.
And then also in the beginning of the actual Ngondro text itself, we start off reciting Lume Tengi Gompa Lama Ken, praying to the Lama, the deceatless, constant protector.
Ta te kaya sana peme se ten tamche kongola lama nenzen te peme se ke chenpo yan sa re se.
So, praying to the Lama, doing Guru Yoga at the beginning of all of our practice sessions is something that's very important to do.
Tene sana tiki tin la parche me yoga.
So that we don't have obstacles to our practice session.
Tene chidang ke chua lamdan re.
And for us to have the Dharma become the path for us in general.
Ta rangin tunje kare yana samba yi shantan ribe.
And so that we accomplish all the positive supporting circumstances that we might desire.
Mentenge jen parche tamche she.
And to pacify all of our obstacles and negative, undesirable circumstances.
Te tsen dinye la rang riba ngoto na tena pe sanje.
And to recognize the nature of our own awareness in this lifetime and accomplish Buddhahood.
Ta tendege tena pe tena shen rang ke tena simjen tamche la nyingje tena tada ke tena de napa parche tamche she.
And to pacify all of the negativity and obscurations and obstructing forces and harm doers that afflict all other sentient beings who we have compassion for.
Ta tendege che tena rang jen tamche ke ne ta tena ramla sopa she.
To pacify all sickness and disease and epidemic diseases for ourselves and all others.
Ta tengza chila mingne tena tena tin tamche ke ngola tena lama nenzen jidu ranga kare yapa tena yante ke chenpo yan sa re se pe sap china. Ta
So
tenda la samla tong.
it's important for us to think over these things carefully at the beginning of all of our practice sessions and do whatever kind of brief or extensive Guru Yoga we know how to do.
tende sonzan tene golaya lama la sabyat tebya tepe kechamborendo se
So, praying to supplicating the Lama at the beginning of our practice is very important.
tanzogen reason tanda kongdo shiva no shi
For those reasons that we just mentioned.
tende rendo tene te mayambe tene rang shorlan tamo mayambe sunam jebe ke chete tene jabjen dongson boche tene kunjo kundi jungo wala tene pe chopa biya yan tene songdo se rang tsawe lama ta tene lapar chichiwa tezons te nidege tene ndowe te bang tene sanje chomdende namba nila.
And also, in order for us to accumulate extraordinary merit, His Holiness Dongse Chinli Norpa Rinpoche put prayers of offering to the objects of refuge at the beginning of the Ngondro practice. Before the Ngondro practice, we make offerings, pray to and make offerings to the condensed embodiment of all objects of refuge, our own root guru, and also the guide of beings, particularly in this degenerate age, Buddha Shakyamuni.
Tene ngondro tsa mayimba tungyunda rang tendena dana injilandana pokelandana tendena tene rangi sambo kare tonga tanda chapa pena pemisi yakbo yore sen dingi namkala tene tomba lama jamna kuncho kundi nyungu nguru rumbache ming chapa piya tene tusum sanje tamje ganda nye tene namde shiwa shakya tubala chapa puya tembe gandakpo.
And not just when we're doing Ngondro practice, but all the time, it's good if we can make offerings. We can recite these offering prayers in English or we can recite them in Tibetan, but it's good if whenever we see anything positive, we offer it. That's a very good thing to do. And so we can make offerings to the condensed embodiment of all the objects of refuge in this degenerate age, Guru Rinpoche, and we make offerings to the condensed embodiment of all the Buddhas of the three times, the fourth guide of beings in this eon, Buddha Shakyamuni, so we can visualize them in the sky in front of us and make offerings to them. So these are things that we need for our practice all the time.
Subject number nine that's my king your city. Pinje king injure serva pesarva yanamata.
So then in the Ngondro practice itself, there's two main sections, and I think everyone already knows about this, unless you're very new to Ngondro practice, you already know about these things.
Tumo lodo number rangi juji shingsandra wate jangyage. Then tumonga lodam. Then tanje nyakawa tsemetawan kori. Me lane jumde.
So first is the common outer preliminary practices of the four thoughts that turn the mind to the Dharma, which we use to train our minds like farmers preparing fields for planting. And these four thoughts that turn the mind to the Dharma are contemplating the difficulty of obtaining the of getting the eases and attainments of a precious human rebirth, the impermanence of life, the faults of samsara, and karma cause and effect.
Tiganan Tanjanya Kawana, Tamjeta, the Chapchahakura, Mulurumbajet, Zachambore, and Banda Hakoko Yores.
And so among those, the first one, the difficulty of gaining the eases and attainments of a precious human rebirth. Everyone at least sort of knows about this. We all recognize how precious it is. We all know how precious a circumstance it is for us to have the precious human bodies that we do.
Then Sidang Militopata Maimba, Militopata La Tonda, Nambachako Yores.
So it's not enough just to have a human rebirth, but we have to use it in a meaningful way.
Then Min Tamje, Nana Chop the Jua, the Rajan Simjan Tamje, La Pemba, Tambel Sajun de Veteres.
The most meaningful thing we can do with our lives, the thing that's most beneficial for ourselves and all other sentient beings, is to practice the holy Dharma.
Then the Militita, Nibata Sematawa second, the Nyen, the 10th the day, Yamarako Matapa Chechen.
And with the next of the four thoughts, the impermanence of life, with this we contemplate how life, this precious human body that we have, isn't permanent, it isn't lasting, but it's impermanent and we will die. Or it's like by nature life is impermanent.
Nepe Matapa Chiva second, Pemes Le Labores.
So understanding impermanence of death is easy to understand.
Chiva second, Le Labores.
So death is very easy.
Kayansan Oak Patan Tsung Matana Tishes on this. Tender song those and Gombola.
So after we exhale, then we don't inhale again, then we're dead. That's what Nagarjuna said.
Tender song that Matava second day. Pe Rang Soagi Tiente, Nyong Nyong, Shivagi Tiente, Pe Mambo Yores.
So with impermanence, there's very few circumstances which keep us alive, and there's very many circumstances which can kill us.
Tender song that the Chibayana Mdapati Yangsan Trena, the Churchill Pe Kulmanashi Younger song.
So as practitioners, if we contemplate impermanence again and again, bring it to mind again and again, then it will inspire us to practice Dharma. Then we'll become like Milarepa.
Milarepa song Chiva Tran relative, Tachime Numa Sansasam song race.
Milarepa, there's a quotation from Milarepa where he said, I ran away to the mountains because I was afraid of death, and I found the fortress of the natural state of the mind, the fortress of immortality of the natural state of the mind. Like the immortal, undying fortress of the natural state. Deathless. I found the fortress of the deathless natural state of mind.
Oh, yeah, that should the mandarin shin, young me one do marese.
So that's how it is. And after we die, we don't just cease to exist.
Tene pene me, shing me parne tene thala jurason, tene kame me pa tene mares.
It's not like wood burning up and then like disappearing, turning into ash.
Tene nganzo le shitsane tene lege jesun donko yores.
For us, after we die, we have to follow wherever our karma leads us.
Tene sonzan tene karsagre, tene pe le, tene le sangen kare rangchiwa tige jesun donko yores.
Whatever positive or negative karma we've done, we have we have to just follow where it leads us.
Tene sonzan tene le jundre singen tene luwa me pares.
Karma, cause and effect, is really undeceiving.
Tene luwa me pare, tene ti, tene rang lendre le kare saga tene debuto rang ming yores.
So whatever karma we do, whatever actions we do, the results of those will ripen. The results of those actions will ripen upon us.
Tene debuto tene nyungso lan namba sum jungana songdo se yawa legen debuto kane nyung yorsen.
So there's three different ways in which we experience the results of our karma.
Tene sendelan depa tsapchimbo kang chiba tigen debu tsendenye rang tene ndongal nyung yores.
So the first way is if we do some heavy negative actions in this life, then we will experience suffering as the result of those actions in this very life.
Sendelan gawa jachimbo doba tin debu ya tsendenye rang la yang tene ngonto ta lamiga komban toku yores.
And if we do some powerful, virtuous actions in this life, in this very life, we will experience the
Tindekso. Tungu yores te ngosum te tene te tongchu nyungjur jile segres.
will,
Sendela kang che gede kang che le sendela membate.
so this kind of karma is called the direct, or karma that we can actually directly see. This is the kind of karma that ripens for us in this very lifetime.
Oh ya tene. Tene rangi dewa karchina anti, tene se chimala nyung, tene gewa karchina se chimala nyung, tene tene le yores.
Then there's another kind of karma where whatever non-virtue we do in this life, we experience the results of it in the next life, and whatever virtue we do in this life, we experience the positive results of that virtue in the next life.
Tene jene nyungjur ki le se yores.
This is called the kind of karma that we experience after taking rebirth.
Ta yang gede ke le karchina tene sendela yang mami, jewa chimala mani, te jewa shen dola, minkan tene yores. Ta tila tene karse lendang shen de tene nyungjur ki le se yores.
Then there's
Tanti nipa tene jel ming lap songe chima ngepa nyeta nyong jene nyongjur jele se nipa te ming lap.
so that that second kind of karma is the karma that we will experience after we take rebirth again. And then the third type of karma is karma that we experience the results of after some number of future lifetimes. So whatever virtue or non-virtue we do, we don't experience the results of that karma in this lifetime or the next lifetime, but in some future lifetime. So that's the kind of karma that we experience the results of in like further future lifetimes. So there's the kind of karma where we can actually see the results of it ripening in this lifetime, and there's the kind of karma where we will experience the results of it in our next lifetime, and there's the kind of karma where we will experience the results of it in some further future lifetime. But so there's these three kinds of karma, and whatever karmic actions we do, we will experience the results of those actions in one of these three ways. So whatever virtuous or non-virtuous actions are heavier, we will experience those sooner. If our positive or if our virtuous and non-virtuous karma are equal, then at the time when we die, it depends on the motivation we have then what results we will experience sooner. And so if the weight of our virtue and non-virtue is equal, and also if we also have a neutral kind of motivation at the time of death, then it will depend upon our past virtuous and non-virtuous habits, what karma will ripen sooner for us. And if our habits and if our familiarity with those actions is also equal, then we will experience the ripening of whatever actions we did earlier first. Then, so we really will experience the results of our karma like in a precise, undeceiving order. So there are some people that do very heavy, non-virtuous things in this life, but still they accomplish all their goals, and they seem like very like people who have a lot of merit. So if you're wondering what's the deal with those people,
든든든 제와처럼 그만 통만 매번에 손은 썩바 탐지 뎁지를 뒤다다를 민 tene tandande ob chema tanda tene ngensongan rega tare sonda
those people are experiencing the ripening of all of their virtuous karma from all of their beginningless past lifetimes in samsara, all at one time. And so those people will, as soon as they die, as soon as their breathing ceases, they will fall into the lower realms.
ta tende na jinge tene sende la pe che yang tangba drum na ya drum de na ya tende la parche mangbo yang te tende karere sana sa ya
And also some people practice the Dharma in a very pure way, are very good-hearted and practice the Dharma very good-heartedly in this life, but they have a lot of obstacles. So what's the deal with that?
sana te kewa ngoma ge tene megewe lege namen tamje tandara te tandarang la nyong ten chima tene sangye ge tayin sonda
Those people are experiencing the ripening of the results of all of their non-virtuous actions in all of their past lifetimes, right now, all at the same time. And this is a sign that they will accomplish Buddhahood in their next life.
sende poma tata
Like as soon as they pass from this life.
ngaya ta tende son yare nga son da kang dare ya le te lo wa tsane ya mares
But in any case, karma is really undeceiving.
tene kar se pe son je tene pe sha yares do ga na la pe te tene cha nam kar la ya tombo purndon tima ya mares timna tene te ina tima te lenje yarda te mus to bo ya mares
In the sutras, the Buddha gave an example about this, where he said it's like a bird flying high in the sky. When a bird is flying very high in the sky, its shadow doesn't appear, so it doesn't have a shadow, but still, like the bird's shadow is there with it naturally, even though it's not apparent.
tene sala ka te bab na tene tima te lenje te yares
Whenever the bird lands on the ground, at that moment, its shadow is right there with it.
ta le sende tende nang chin sonda le la lo wa tsane ya mares tele dinai che to ka ya mare rang yi che na ma che na te rang sa be le te rang tende nyong go yares yi che na da ma che na da
So this is how karma is. It's undeceiving. We can't deny it. Whether we believe in it or not, it doesn't matter. We really can't deny the fact that we are definitely experiencing, we will definitely experience the ripening of the results of our own karma.
tene rang ji la tene do bo ji nyong na ya tene te kulong ke de sam gar ta rang ta shen sim chen tam ji gen so kre wa to ma ma pa na sak le ngam ba te tene ngala min song de ge sim chen tam je ya tene de ge nge ge le de tene pe pen to na tene sim chen shen ge ju la le ngam ba de de dongal mo yo ye so san ten de chen san na mo lam jap na te chi gi na le ngoma te nyong ne chi ma tene le ngam ba ma sa juin de pa che, then tiga tsabla then, be le sambo ga then, saban tab ki yores.
So when we are experiencing suffering in our minds, this is the kind of motivation we should have. We should think that um, we are, we should think, I am experiencing the ripening of this karma, and I am experiencing this on behalf of all sentient beings, and I'm experiencing the ripening of all sentient beings' karma, the negative karma that they've accumulated in all of their infinite, beginningless lifetimes in samsara. And may my experiencing this suffering be of benefit to all sentient beings. By me experiencing this suffering, may other beings never experience this kind of suffering again. And if we think and pray and make this kind of aspiration and prayer, then after we've experienced the ripening of this karma, in the future we won't accumulate this kind of karma again. We will cut off the continuity of accumulating this same kind of karma again, and we will instead plant the seeds of positive karma in our minds.
Then tiyemba hamago no simjento, then rang donga nyang sheng, then rechene shendang jie sona ti palayang shendang jie, then ti, then rechene simden trup, then rechene shenlaya, then pe kulong nyamba jie, then rechene, then jewan de la tsu nyong, yang jewa shenla pa, mela nyong chu, yang tsu nyong, then rechene dan korwa segante, then rechene korgu yores, then chubaka te hakone, then dongal tige, then hakone ti, then gang yabo, tirtumna, then dongaga tsawana pa, then gambares tsawana mapasona, tige tsala, then tarbege, sonam geden, the le, tsutila tsuina, then rechina, then so niya, then so zo yung yores, and dongal teletena ya.
If we don't have this understanding of karma, and when we experience suffering ourselves, if we get angry at others for it, and do harmful things to others because of it, then because of this, we'll create this situation where if we have this kind of negative motivation and lack of understanding, then we'll create this situation where we cause others to experience suffering in this life, and then they will cause us to experience suffering in the future, and then we'll do it back to them again and back and forth, and we'll continue to circle and wander in samsara in this way. So as practitioners, we should understand this, that we should we should have this kind of understanding of the suffering we experience. And if we can handle these situations well, then we will actually eliminate the root of the suffering, and we will instead
that kind of experience.
We'll eliminate the root of that kind of experience, and we will plant the seeds for liberation and merit, and we will perfect the gathering and the accumulations. Like through that experience of suffering, if we have that understanding of it, we will perfect the gathering of the accumulations of merit and wisdom.
tende song yore, tende song da tene, ta len segen te pe mesi, ke chembore, tela pe yi chengo yore.
So karma is a very important topic, and it's something we have to really have confidence in. We have to believe in it
And respect.
and respect it.
Tene ta le ke se shagate te tan korba res, le ke se shagate korba segante res.
Samsara is the product of karma. Like our karma creates samsara.
Tene sunda le te kawa yana tela dongal yores.
So wherever there's karma, there's suffering.
Rangshin res.
This is naturally how it is.
Tene sunda ta nganzo chu drupti te le te tagai ka tanda res. Dripa te changa. Le ke dripa te.
So when we practice the Dharma to purify our karma, purify our negativity.
Tene sunda tene. Shen nyingche chiya tene le changa ka tanda res. Le dan pakchang ngenpa changa ka chete.
And also having compassion for others is we cultivate compassion for others to purify our karma, to purify our karma and habits.
Tene suna, tene korwa no, de shana korwa lege, so shan korwa tena la tene, dunga manto mezam ta tili he tare ge tapte tene, tambe chure se, tarwa ta tamze kembe komba.
So samsara is created by karma, and in this samsaric universe created by karma, there's nothing but suffering. And the way to become free from this suffering of samsara is practicing the holy Dharma.
Tili tap shana tsana yo mara se.
There's really no other method, there's no other way to become free of it.
Tene tapte, tene rangata, ngondro ne, chene tuen tanga tare se.
The the method for becoming free is to practice ourselves and practice, like our own practice sessions ourselves, beginning with Ngondro.
Tene tuen tanga ti, chu dhubya, chu la chilab rangshin shuk yore se.
If we do practice, um, if we do practice, then there are blessings naturally present with the Dharma we practice.
Tene chu de la sanje tam chik, tukche chingi la peke chilab yore se.
The Dharma has the compassion and blessings of all of the Buddhas.
Tene koran tene, chilab ke rangshin te chure se. Sanje tam chik chingi, chilab yorwa chingi la pa. Ti te ta chu de re te yore te chilab ti do do se na.
And also the nature of those blessings, like the nature of all those blessings of all of the Buddhas, if you like make it into something, that it is the Dharma, like the
Practice.
it is Dharma practice.
Tene tela sanje ke tukche ke chilab, ten rangi jube tsawe lame ke chilab.
So the blessings of the blessings and compassion of all of the Buddhas, and the blessings and compassion of all of our root and lineage lamas.
Ten rangi
and the blessings of our own faith. So those blessings enter into our mind streams and purify our karmic habits. So that will happen, and that's how we become free from samsara. So if we understand how all of samsara is an ocean of suffering, and if we understand that the way to become free from it is to practice the holy dharma, then we will practice the dharma well, and if we practice the dharma well, we will accomplish our dharma practice well. So we have to start off by trying our very best to understand the four thoughts that turn the mind to the Dharma as well as we can. These four thoughts of the difficulty of gaining the eases and obtainments of precious human rebirth, the impermanence of life, karma, cause and effect, and the faults of samsara. We have to really try our very best to understand these as well as we can. So, because I think karma, cause and effect is such an important topic, that's why I focused on talking about karma today during this teaching now. And this epidemic disease, this coronavirus, also has come about because of all sentient beings in general, our collective negative karma. And if us practitioners make really good aspiration prayers and cultivate bodhicitta, and confess and purify our negativity and damaged vows and samaya commitments, and if we cultivate intense compassion and pray wholeheartedly, then we can pacify this disease. We have to follow all the worldly customs, like do everything we're supposed to, like washing our hands and covering our mouths, and whatever like social things that we're supposed to do, we have to do all of those things. Like do whatever the doctors tell us to do. But then on top of that, beyond that, we have these like extraordinary spiritual methods for counteracting disease. And these methods include cultivating compassion, reciting mantras, making supplication prayers, making offerings, these kinds of things. So nowadays in the world, there's this disease which is causing so much hardship for everybody in the whole world. It's like spread and affected the whole world so quickly. There's no chance to run away from it. But we have to like make aspiration prayers, praying for this disease to be quickly pacified, and we have to cultivate compassion and like respect the law of karma, cause and effect. And especially for you Ngondro practitioners in particular, you are cultivating compassion. If you practice with faith and compassion together and do your Ngondro practice very, very nicely, then definitely, according to your own devotion and capacity, definitely it will be beneficial for others. For yourself and others. And if you practice Ngondro well, then really I don't need to mention this, but if you practice Ngondro well, then you'll gain certainty about it in your own minds. You'll like receive signs and recognize and be confident that it is beneficial. So you'll gain certainty in your own minds. You'll be sure that the Dharma is something that can be accomplished if we practice it, and that it's really true. And having that kind of certainty arise in your mind is a sign that you receive the blessings of the practice. And another sign is having more compassion than before. And having greater patience than before. And you won't have as much of a uptight mind as before.
tene be tene ngage temanda tamje kambu mare sambando ngage ya mege nga tamjele te nga tamjele chungshu keshu insam tende ngege sewa ten dembai shen tamje nordo se tende ge sam be shok chambo te ayong mara se be opinion shok chambo.
And also, you won't have a lot of pride and arrogance, thinking that, like, I'm better than everyone else, I'm smarter than everyone else, I'm more knowledgeable than everyone else. Whatever I think is true, everyone else is wrong, that kind of thing. We won't have that kind of thinking come up so much. We won't have such strong opinions like that as much. And we'll get along with our friends and loved ones and spouses, and everyone will get along with them more and more. Even if we have very wild children, we'll become more patient with them. But anyway, the point is that our minds will become much more spacious and relaxed than before.
Easier.
And easier.
Easygoing.
We'll be more easygoing.
Oh yeah. Tende younger, tende sonza tende, tunza chede dubna tende younger, tende younger.
If we do Dharma practice, these kinds of things will definitely happen.
Chede dubde pemes tense chene tende dubje maras, pe sambate ningje da teba kuyambu tona dubgo yaras, samde pe rangshin chene.
And when we practice the Dharma, we shouldn't practice in a way where we're very tense in our minds. We should practice with compassion and faith and a very relaxed, natural, easygoing mind.
Sunday yen mayan number topagaya matro.
Without having our minds become spaced out and without getting carried away by thoughts.
Distraction and magic.
And without getting distracted. But just naturally resting on whatever we're focusing on, very naturally. And whether we have a clear visualization, a clear focus to our visualization or not, we shouldn't worry about it too much. We just have to just have confidence. In this way, we should pray to Guru Rinpoche, the condensed embodiment of all objects of refuge, and train our minds very nicely. So I'll stop teaching now for today. Now if there's maybe 2 or 3 questions, can answer them. But it's gotten kind of late, so we won't take too much more time, but if there's maybe 2 or 3 questions, we can answer them. And slowly in the future, I'll go through each of the topics of the practice in more detail.
Hi, Rinpoche. The first question is a clarification question from Diego. He's asking, was a soak prayer, did you give the soak prayer lung for Sokang Dechen during the practice? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. And then the second one is from Natalina. Thank you so much for organizing this. I missed the name of the lung that was given after the lung for the 7-line prayer. What was that one? Like, she wasn't sure what that was called.
That's it. Ngondro tampo ngondro terebe. Yeah. Sikten sunde ge jelatin. Tene sogan deje. Tene lemon tendre res. Tene sikten sunde la yikchong to tene long puins.
So after the 7-line prayer, I gave the lung for the Sok offering prayers, like Sokang Dechen and Lemon Tendril, those prayers. But also with the 7-line prayer, there's at the beginning, like before and after the actual 7-line prayer that we recite, there's other small text in Tibetan that we don't recite, like explanation, and I gave the lung for that also.
Oh yeah.
That was perfect. 3 questions.
Always rebirth dedication.
Now let's recite together the always from rebirth to rebirth and dedication prayer. Always from rebirth to rebirth may I obtain a precious human being's body with the 7 qualities of higher realms. Just after being born, may I meet holy Dharma, and may I have the freedom to practice according to pure Dharma. From that, may I make my holy Guru happy, and may I apply myself only to Dharma day and night. From realizing holy Dharma, accomplishing the essence of the meaning, in that life may I cross the ocean of samsara. Revealing supreme teachings to samsaric beings, may I make the effort to benefit them, never tired or sad. By great waves of benefit for others, without discriminating between beings, may all of them attain the state of fully enlightened Buddha altogether. At this very moment, for the peoples and nations of the earth, may not even the names of disease, famine, war, and suffering be heard, but rather may pure conduct, merit, wealth, and prosperity increase, and may supreme good fortune and well-being always arise. By this accumulation of merit, may I obtain all-seeing omniscience, and may all faults be defeated. The whirling, turbulent waves of birth, aging, sickness, and death, from this ocean of samsara, may I liberate beings.
Sonamde tamje subanye tamna nyimbe dhanam pamje Gyoga nache balon trupai Sipen Solendo Ando Isho Kunsandor Chanche Minchen Tinchen Tsawe Lama Inche Jindowe Tondo Malama Kanta Tenda Tamche Da Kindro Isho Kinlo Chusum Ringlo Chenzamne Sasum Chapa Dungi Chasum Namwanta Mendra Tesang Gele Isho email
Thank you. Then if there's any more questions, you can email them. You can email questions to Ngondro, Ngondro, @vajrayana.org. Thank you.